I'm like, no, I really am. I think I'm dying. And I'm like, and I hated the pain, the discomfort of really feeling like you can't even swallow.
Yes.
And almost just even talking about it makes me feel like I can't breathe, because that's how I felt.
Yeah.
I felt like trapped and suffocated by your own body, and waking up coughing in the middle of the night, and it burning as you sleep, and you got to sleep sitting
Up
all the
like
way
at that
up.
angle. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And trying to sleep on your left side, because that's the side where your stomach, like, it's a whole, it was torture, girl. So now my shoulder on my left side.
Right. You like my left shoulder injured.
Be getting massaged. You're like, got so many knots over here. I'm like, yeah, because I can only sleep on my left side.
Like you coming over like this?
Yeah.
Like,
my throat is fixed, but now I got
you got the Thriller shoulder.
I can't. I literally cannot.
I can't eat shit. Hello, and welcome back to season 2 of I Can't Eat Shit podcast. I'm your host, actress, comedian Shondalia White. And yes, people, I can't eat shit, and you know the shit is annoying. I started I Can't Eat Shit podcast because I was secretly ill for many years. People asked me a lot of questions about it, so now I'm healed and I'm ready to talk about it. You can hear all about my solo journey in season 1. But for season 2, I'm bringing in some friends and experts to help me talk about all this stuff. And today, I'm very excited because I have the very beautiful singer, songwriter, actress, and your boyfriend's favorite ex, Mikhala Jene!
It's the crowd, it's the crowd, it's the crowd. I'm boyfriend's favorite ex. I'm just saying.
And we'll be talking about heartburn, GERD, and vocal injury. So let's get into it. Hello, Mikhala.
Hey, girl.
It's so good to see you. I'm so happy to have you on.
I'm happy to be here. So happy to be here, especially on a platform talking about food.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Just so everyone knows, I know Mikhala because we actually volunteered together.
We did.
Girls my gosh. Gifts. Yes, Girls with Gifts. We did this many moons ago now. It's been so long. And I'm just so happy to just still be connected with you. We're still all in this. Yeah.
It really was a sisterhood, still is a sisterhood. And I'm so proud of you.
Oh, thank you. I'm proud of you too. You don't know how much anytime I see anything or hear about the songs the beautiful songs and everything and the performances, just seeing you grow has been a joy. It's like I'm doing it and I'm not even a singer like all that.
And I feel exactly the same. Likewise. Like it's the feeling definitely is mutual for sure.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Oh, bless. I love it.
I love when girls girl on each other.
Yes, I do. I love it. Me too.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I brought you on today because we had something in common. I saw you post about it and you were dealing with GERD and acid reflux, and it actually affected your vocal cords. And I don't know if you know, I was like, she probably doesn't know this, but years ago when I was like doing acting training, so I was doing like classical singing lessons, and I thought that I messed up my throat from classical singing, but it turns out my singing was fine, but not my gut. And I literally burnt out my throat, had polyps on my vocal cords.
Oh, wow, even the polyps.
Yeah, it was awful. I couldn't talk. It was like a mess. So I was like, I have to have you on here because I want to hear your version of that, like what happened to you. So I'm going to jump right in. What happened, girl?
Oh, my mental breakdown? Got it. It's no big deal. So what happened was, first of all, let's just start with the first part of acid reflux. It's such a silent destroyer because it took a while before I even realized what I was feeling, probably for years, was even acid reflux in the first place. But I was preparing, it was 2022, I believe 2022 or 2021, one of the two. But I was preparing for, it was 2022. I was preparing for Dreamville Fest. And I love spicy food. I put chilies, and when I cook, I put the whole head of garlic and almost everything, the whole onion, shallots, everything you could
I'm
possibly. I'm
guilty.
putting it in there. I'm throwing it all in there. And I'm like, okay, I'm feeling heartburn. Let me just chill on what I'm eating as I prepare for the performance. And I noticed in my rehearsals, I was really husky, really raspy. But I'm like, okay, maybe it's just what I'm eating. So I, start cutting that out. I do the performance, and without being TMI, but I'm going to give this information because this also affects your gut. The day of my performance, my cycle starts. I'm being TMI because this is a part of it, and a lot of pain. So I take a bunch of Aleve. And when you take a lot of Aleve or any kind of NSAID, it messes up your gut too as well.
Okay.
So on
Okay.
top of the acid reflux, I'm disturbing it more with medicine.
Yes.
So it also dries out your throat really bad when you sing. So
Aleve
I had
does. Aleve
the
dries out your
Aleve
throat.
does, and that
Oh,
was on
okay.
top of the acid reflux. So I
Is
say
it
this.
because of is it like it's drying, it's kind of trying to dry things out, or why does it?
Yeah, I think it kind of does the same thing that antihistamines can kind of do,
Yeah. Okay.
which,
I was about to
affects the
say.
gut as well.
I didn't know that.
So I'm singing on a really, really dry throat on top of that. Performance is great, all of that. But the next couple of days, I get back home, back to LA from North Carolina, and I'm thinking just from the travel, just from the, the extra stress of, like, again, being on a cycle, your voice changes for that week. I'm like, oh, it'll come back in a few days.
Mm-hmm.
A week goes by, my voice is completely gone.
Mm.
Another week goes by, my voice is completely gone. Everything I'm doing, I'm like, I'm drinking water, I'm not eating this. I'm like, what's happening? And now I'm starting to freak out.
Yeah.
Now it feels like the end of the world is near. And I'm Googling, and I'm like, everything that I'm Googling is leading me to either bronchitis or what's called laryngeal pharyngeal reflux. And it's like, oh, it could take 3 months for your voice to return. Oh, 3 months. I
Oh
have a
my
project
gosh.
dropping. I have a live performance video that I have to shoot. And it was my idea to be inspired by Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey. This song
Oh
is top
no.
of my range. And I have to sing it, and I can barely whisper. Like, I can't even whisper.
Yes,
It's
I know
completely
exactly what you're
gone.
talking about.
I was freaking out. I was crying. I thought, I'm like, "That was it. That's it. The ride is
Oh.
up. It's over. It was
Oh.
good while it lasted. It's finally the luck has run out." I really thought it was the end of the world. I really, really did. And I went to see an ENT, and she had diagnosed me with LPR, and she specialized in working with vocalists. So she took the put the microscope down, the
The
camera down.
larynx, it's
Yes,
like that little camera thing. Yep.
yes, the little camera down my throat, and she plays notes on the keys. And she's like, "Oh yeah, you're missing all of these notes right in here."
Wow.
And what was happening was, because the acid was obviously disturbing the throat,
Right.
burning it, your body's response to that is it creates an excess amount of mucus to protect the lining. But a
Oh.
lot of mucus weighs down the cords. It
Yeah.
makes the voice huskier. It makes the voice hoarse and raspy. So both of those things working together. And at that point, I'm like, what the heck? And it's crazy because stress makes it worse.
Oh.
So then stressing out about not having a voice makes you lose
Yes.
more of your voice. And it was, oh my God, it was such I really thought it was the end. And then I was trying to seek out the type of, like, specialist to help with that, and also trying to seek out vocal coaches that can help,
Right.
heal that,
Mm-hmm.
um, was a whole journey. Sometimes just advocating for yourself, for your health, is a whole frustration all within itself, especially if you do entertainment, because healthcare isn't always sometimes the best, because entertainment can be inconsistent. So doing that, they're like, "Oh, but you're not dying, so we're not going to
Can you
necessarily
keep
send you to
going?
the specialist yet, and you have to
Yeah.
keep going." And I'm like, no, I really am. I think I'm dying. And they're like, you're not dying. Just keep taking what is it, famotidine or something like that for one of these,
Is it
those
like a steroid?
inhibitors, those
Yeah.
pump inhibitors. Take this and try this and take this, but those come with their own set of side effects. And
Mm.
they're just pumping you with pills. But I'm like, I don't want this to be pumped with pills. I want to figure out what the issue is. So I can stop it. And my ENT was like, well, here's a list of foods, AKA, here's a list of everything you've ever loved in life that has ever brought you joy. You can no longer have it for like at least the next 30 days.
Forever. Like
Forever, pretty much forever. Take all of this out of your diet. And when I tell you, I was in here eating like a bird just to get through it. But I did it because I hated the pain, the discomfort of really feeling like you can't even swallow.
yes.
And almost just even talking about it makes me feel like I can't breathe because that's how I felt.
Yeah.
Felt like trapped and suffocated by your own body and waking up coughing in the middle of the night and it burning as you sleep and you got to sleep sitting
Up
all the
like
way
at that
up.
angle. Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And trying to sleep on your left side because that's the side where your stomach, like it's a whole, it was torture. But I
Wait,
stuck to
you
it.
said sleeping on the left side. What happens with the left
Your
side?
stomach is on, I think it's on the left side. So
Mm-hmm.
you have to lay on your left side so that it affects how it keeps the acid from flowing up your esophagus. If you
Oh
lay on the right,
wow.
does the opposite, disturbs it and it comes up to the up into your throat.
Oh wow.
Girl, so now my shoulder on my left side.
Right. You like my
A
left
whole nother
shoulder injured.
be getting massaged. You're like, got so many knots over here. I'm like, yeah, because I can only sleep on my left side. You've been like
You're
this.
like, you coming over like this?
Yeah.
Like you
That's literally-
Thriller.
my throat is fixed, but now I got
Right. You got the Thriller
scoliosis.
shoulder.
I can't. I literally cannot. And I'm like, I'm not really. I'm not a smoker. I'm not really a drinker. So having to limit just good tasting food like onion and garlic and citrus and tang, you don't realize how much you need
Yes.
something. Like there's certain just flavors, like salt is just never enough. Like
Yeah.
you need all of it.
All of it. It all plays a part. When I had to let go of pepper, for example, because I'm talking about I learned. So I don't know if you know this, just to bring you up to speed, I burnt the full lining out of my stomach.
You burnt the lining?
Yes, girl. From the acid reflux, GERD, all of that.
Jesus
I fully messed
Christ.
myself up. The start was my throat. Having those polyps,
Yes.
lost my voice for 3 months. There was I couldn't even go, whoo. It was nothing came out. Like nothing. And it was so painful. It felt like a cat was scratching at my throat every day. Did you have that sort of pain?
No, yes, I did. It just felt like a lump of just smoke that just sat there and like you could feel the pressure. Like I remember going to urgent care and I was really crying to the physician. I'm like, you guys have to help me fix it. Like I it's so uncomfortable. Like I'm not even in here just off of the strength of, oh, I sing that I don't know. It's actually just as a human being, I'm breathing and it's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's such a suffocating and like it feels like entrapment in your own body. And I did not like it at all. I did start taking this MSM, it's like a natural sulfur that we're supposed to get through our foods that we don't because our soil sucks.
Yeah.
And it that's a whole nother conversation.
Right.
But it's a whole nother conversation.
You said
girl, it's a whole other conversation. But it helps restore the lining.
Oh wow.
And esophagus, all of that kind of stuff. So I in conjunction with changing diet, I was taking like supplements that could like help rebuild that lining and repair that damage. I did extensive, especially all 2023, I did extensive vocal lessons from 2023 to 2024 that helped bring my voice back and all the way down from not just singing, but even talking in a better placement that doesn't further agitate, anything when it comes to that. since then I have introduced some foods back into my diet for sure, but I still am very cautious.
Yeah.
So I like instead of just fresh garlic all the time, I would do a lot of fresh ingredients. I do mostly powdered, like onion powder, garlic
Mm-hmm.
powder, things like that. And then from time to time, big gaps of time, I'll do fresh every now and then.
Yeah.
And then I try not to include so many triggers in one meal. So for
Yes.
example, if it's been like a month and a half or 2 months since I've had pizza, because that was really hard not to have pizza.
You're like, I love
Everything
my
on
red
pizza.
sauce.
No, the red sauce, the cheese, the garlic, the onion, anything you put on the pizza is all wrong. So I
Yes,
would
acid
start getting
reflux
like
city.
exactly. So I'm like, maybe I won't do the red sauce, but I can do the dry cheese, the parmesan, and the basil, like the pesto. Or maybe I can do the red sauce, but maybe I'll do a little bit balsamic. Like it's not any better, but at least it's not four
Right.
triggers all on one thing, and then you can't figure out which was the thing that just set it all
Even
off.
triggered you. Right.
Yeah, so that's helped. I switched my water. I became a real water snob.
Tell me about the water. I have other questions about some of the other things too, but since you're talking about the water,
Yeah,
what
so
did you change to?
well, when I saw the first ENT, she highly suggested that I drink alkaline water with a really high pH, and that was really good at first to just attack it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but ultimately, it's that starts to dry you out because it's so high. The pH is like 9.5 or higher,
Yeah.
so high, so that's drying. And then distilled water is technically dead water. We're supposed to be drinking spring water. So
Mm.
I tried to find a balance between the life that's in spring water, but have it be alkaline. So I try to do a few different brands of water that were both alkaline, natural spring water
Okay.
to
I
have the
have to
best
do
of both
something
worlds.
similar.
Yes.
Changing my water. So I'm learning from you right now because I'm like, wait,
Use that
what's
water
happening with the
balloon.
water? So
Change the
alkaline
water.
spring water.
Yes, because and I will say I felt the difference, and I won't name any of the brands, but there was just like one like kind of basic spring water that I was drinking. I'm like, I'm not doing any. I've taken everything out of my diet. Why do I still feel like there's so much
Yep.
acid? And it was the water.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm taking things out but drinking this consistently, it's not helping. So again, I started with a very intense alkaline water and then worked my way down to having a lesser alkaline, but a naturally spring alkaline water.
I think that's a good point because as performers, I'm a voice actor
Mhm.
as well, and I feel like it's very similar to singers. We have to sing sometimes, which is why I sing and everything, but I'm not a singer. Not a singer though, but we have to sing,
Yes,
and
yes,
so
yes.
but one of the things that I've discovered as well is like sometimes different waters give me acid reflux, and I'm
Yes,
like, how is that happening?
that's
So
probably why.
yeah, when you just mentioned that, I'm like, yeah, that's a big deal because we all have to stay. I feel like public speakers and teachers as well,
Mhm.
we all have to stay so hydrated because we're constantly using our throat and our vocal
Voice.
cords, and yeah.
And it's a thing that we take for granted.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I will say, not even being a singer often can make you think about it more because usually a singer is thinking about their voice when they're preparing for performance.
Mm-hmm.
But what I learned so much through these last few years, which I am grateful for, even the adversity of even dealing with this, because it really did teach me so much from self care and to be able to even offer information to not only fellow singers, but like you said, public speakers, my friends who are actors, all of that. But it taught me so much of how we really do take our voice for granted because
Mm-hmm.
often, I'm only thinking of my voice in the context of singing, but I'm not thinking about, well, you talk far more than you sing.
Girl.
So I'm there's so many opportunities to damage my voice far more when I'm speaking, and I'm a big belly, loud laugh. I
Oh,
just laugh loud. I don't know why.
yep.
I need you to know that it was that funny too, and I got
Yes.
and I'm like, girl,
Yes.
I've had to be more like aware and stop
Mm-hmm.
myself or
Support it.
support it properly or be more conscious of when I'm in loud environments, not to
Yes.
try to speak over the loud,
Over people.
just hush and just wait
Do you
until
know
there's a
people get
moment.
so weirded out by that? Because
Oh,
the main reason I injured my voice was from speaking.
I
I didn't know.
believe it.
It was speaking and my gut. And
Yeah,
so when you say that, I was like baffled. I was
yeah.
like, "Are you serious?" But then, like you said, there's so much we take for granted. Where
Mhm.
I'm laughing, I'm talking over people,
Yep,
I'm doing all these different things, and in loud environments, when you get really close to people,
yep.
they're like, "Why is she getting so
Where's
close and
because I
silent all
don't
of a
wanna
sudden?"
yell.
Like, and you
Or
like, "Oh, I'm
sometimes
not."
I'll just save some of the conversation where I probably have more to contribute, but it would take too much energy from me
Mm-hmm.
vocally to contribute it, and so I'm just like, I'll revisit this conversation later when the environment allows me to, which takes a lot
Yeah,
of self-control and restraint to do that.
it does.
Or even, we're girls, we have long, extensive girl talks, and there's
Yep.
times where I feel my voice drying out, and I'm like, "Michaela, it's time to shut up. It's time to start, you know, chilling out because you're going to like hurt your voice." But yeah, all of that was so helpful to learn, with vocal coaches. And I remember one of them that I met with, it stuck with me. She was like, a vegan diet would be very helpful. And I had tried out being vegan for some months a couple of years ago. And I'm really good at being able to switch my diets when I have to. Not just because I like so many types of food that I know how to prepare a whole meal and enjoy it even without it having meat, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but then, you take a trip to New York and you have oxtails and then you're back on the
You're like, I fell off the bandwagon.
exactly. Or you go home. I'm from North Carolina. I go home and, this whole seafood platter or my mom is frying chicken and I'm just back in it. The point is, I have the flexibility to adjust when I need to. And I remember she was saying, it may require you making some really big adjustments to the way you eat and dietary restrictions and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, I'm prepared to do that if I have to. I just want my voice back and I don't want the pain. But then she goes, yeah, all of that will help with your gut. But I have to say, the second thing that people often overlook, she was like, um, how are your stress levels? And,
Mm,
because that affects your gut. She said, I can
absolutely.
train you. You can take out all the food you want, but your gut is still disturbed
Ooh, honey.
by stress. And I felt the lump rise
Ooh.
in my throat. You ever heard the statement that the body knows the answer before the brain knows to ask the question? I'm saying it all wrong, but before
But
the
I know
brain asks
exactly
the
what you're talking
question,
about.
the body
It's our
answers.
second brain or something like that.
Yes, yes. And when she said that, I felt my body respond to her before I could actually process if that were true for me or not. My body told the truth. And I said, "Oh my God, I'm stressed.
I'm stressed,
I'm
mama.
so stressed. I'm so stressed. I'm following up. That is exactly what it is. The things that I was
Yes.
like holding in
Did
and
you hold it that stressing in your gut? Do you know what I'm talking about? Where you feel
hold
those
it
pains
in
and
your gut.
mm-hmm.
And when you're not expressing it, what's the first thing? If I'm literally not speaking it out of my voice, even if you want to think of this in chakras, your throat chakra is destroyed. Now I'm literally losing my voice because I haven't been using my voice.
Yes.
It's a whole nother sermon.
Right.
But
But you preaching, girl. I'm letting you
girl,
go.
that
Let
was
it
the whole thing.
cook.
Yeah, because I'm like, I could make this about what I'm eating, but
Mm-hmm.
what else, like, what experiences or information am I taking in and holding in and not eliminating properly?
Yeah.
Um, that is just marinating in all the worst ways that is stirring this up in my body.
Yeah.
So I not only addressed what I ate, but I also addressed my intake and stress management and all of that.
Yeah, so that's a good segue. Before we segue fully into the mental health aspect, I wanted to ask you, who was it that helped you heal your gut, and how long did it take to deal with that?
Um, well, Dr. Reena Gupta, she's a really good, she's the one who gave me the list of foods to not eat and things like that. And she's a really
I
good.
think I know her.
Do you know
I
her?
think she
Yes.
might be. Does she deal with singers
Yeah,
and,
she
and
does the
actors?
singers here in yes, here in LA.
Like Cedar. Did she still over by Cedar Sinai?
I don't know because I think one of the last emails I saw, she was in Vegas. And,
Oh,
I only saw her once, but
okay. But she used to
one
have a clinic, right?
yes,
Where she dealt.
mhm,
I think they were part
like
of the
a
people that
wheelchair.
did my surgery.
Oh, wow.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
crazy. Yeah,
I was like,
I
wait
was
a minute, I know
I
this
was
name.
Googling like a mad woman trying to figure out, who were the best specialists, and, she came up. I went to see her. It was very cut and dry, like and I just liked her care and compassion
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because she specializes in people who use their voice for a living.
Yeah.
When I'm just going to my regular primary care doctor, they're like, "Girl,
They don't care.
they do not."
They don't care.
In the
They're
words,
like, you look healthy, you're young.
in the words of "I can't eat shit," they don't really give a
Right.
shit. But they really do
For
not.
real.
And they're like sending me like, "But we have to get approved to send you here first. It has to be." I'm like, "So let me get this straight. My stomach has to be in like folding in and
Right.
falling out of my ears for it." They're like, "Yeah, pretty much."
That's crazy.
But yeah, that was very helpful. I did take the medicines that both she prescribed and my primary care doctor had prescribed.
Mm-hmm.
But my goal was not to stay on that long. I took it in the beginning to just attack it, and then maybe a few months, and then after that it was as needed basis.
Mm-hmm.
But I
Mm-hmm.
really wanted to be able to approach it holistically after that, because all of those inhibitors have like long-term effects
Absolutely.
that I don't want anything to do with.
Right.
So, but they were helpful in just the
Good.
jump start in the beginning. I worked with Mary Brown as a vocal coach. Um, Her and Craig Derry in New York. I went to New York for like 6 months and did like extensive like vocal training with both of them. And not Mary Brown not only taught me just better vocal technique, but she also taught me essentially became a speech therapist. She would have me open up a book and just read it from my diaphragm to also support it so I didn't add further damage to the
Mm.
reflux that was causing. That was very helpful. And like I said, switching the water.
And
And
it took
people,
how long? It took you about a year to get
it took,
everything together?
yeah, because I think I started treatment in the summer of 2022, and I was still, I would say the last flare up I was having was still all the way up probably to like spring of 2023.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say it took about a year and a half of like really keeping at it. And the tricky thing about a do's and don'ts list for eating with acid reflux is there are so many things that you don't know are acidic or
Yep.
that don't start off acidic, but by the time your body digests them, they become acidic.
Right.
And that list is long.
Right.
It's so
Believe me.
long.
This is
There's
why I
so
can't eat
many
shit.
herbs that you literally can't eat shit. You can't.
Yes.
It's chocolate. Like you're thinking, oh, lemon, vinegar, spicy foods. No, it's so many different things that aren't the obvious things like tomatoes and all that kind of stuff. It's cinnamon, nutmeg,
Yep. Yep.
soy sauce,
Yep.
ketchup, even bread, sugar, definitely
Mm-hmm.
sugar, coffee. I was doing no black teas. I love a chai latte. I don't drink coffee, but I love chai, but it's full
Mm-hmm.
of cinnamon,
Oh, it's
nutmeg, and
full
it's a
of it.
black tea.
Yeah.
Egg yolks. So many different things that are literally a don't
It's just too much. And it's mixed into everything.
mixed into
So that's
everything.
another thing where
I'm
you're
glad you
looking
said
at
that.
additives because that's a huge thing when you're dealing with different ailments in your body and you're trying to figure out and pinpoint like what's happening. I eliminated this. I did this. And then
Yes,
you're still dealing with it. Oh, it's because this was laced with this.
exactly. I'm glad you said that because there were so many things like so if I wanted to grab food that was quick, I really had to. I love to cook anyway, but I really had to cook my food.
Yes.
So if I knew that I was going to have like long studio sessions, I would prepare my food ahead of time and I'm bringing my lunch to work. Like,
That's me.
I have to do that because if it got late and I'm at the and not eating late. That's another
Yes.
thing.
Oh,
Having to
that's
wait
a
4
hard thing with
hours.
our kind of business.
Yes, it's so hard. So I'm
Yeah.
thinking I'm thinking hours ahead in advance. What am I going to eat? And I need to know what I'm going to eat right now around 7 or 8 o'clock at no later than that, because after that, I only have
Now your
4 hours
digestion system is doing
before.
its own natural
Mhm.
thing, and it's so hard.
It's a
I
whole
totally get
thing.
it.
And the additive part is a huge part because I started having to look at like, oh, I want chips. But if
Mm-hmm.
all the things are in the chips, I was like,
Can't eat it.
no chips. It changed how I snack. I'm just
Mm-hmm.
eating plain popcorn and
Yep.
that's that. And
Oh. I say, oh, I had to
one of
stop
those
too.
things. But thank God now, because I was so diligent for a long period of time, now it has afforded me a little bit of space to enjoy some things from time to time or just alter how I have things. Like I said, instead of maybe I'm not doing the fresh ingredients of all of
Mm-hmm.
these things like I'd like to do, but just having the dried versions of them have helped me still have the flavor
Yeah.
without all of the active, I guess the active
Active, yeah,
ingredients of it.
the
Yeah.
natural
Chemicals of it.
activity.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So how did it affect you mentally then?
Well, besides me thinking that my life was over and like negotiating with God, like
I do. I know exactly what you're talking about. That's why I'm sorry to laugh.
well, like the stages of grief, and like I promise I won't do that. Like,
I promise I'm gonna stop today.
I started looking over my life. I'm like, I will start doing this, and I will read my Bible more, and it's just all. It was incredible how I was really going through it. I really was. Um, it really did impact me because, like I said, I like to anything I do, I like to do it with excellence. So having to shoot like live performance videos like of my song, and I got through it.
Mm-hmm.
And I do enjoy one of the videos that I did for one of my songs called "When Bridges Burn," which was ironic because my throat was on fire.
You're like, it's burning now.
It's burning me down.
The bridge is burning.
I just recently revisited that video and could watch it without going like this. Not because it sounded bad or it was bad, but because all I have with me is the memory of me
Yes.
pushing really hard to even be able to deliver. I was not healed yet. I had just only saw
Mm-hmm.
the doctor maybe like a month before that, and had just he got over COVID maybe 2 weeks before it. It was
Oh
it was
no.
I caught COVID like 3 times, 2 to 3
Oh
times. It was
no. That's because
awful.
your gut was
Because my
your
gut
gut health, your immune system was
yes,
down.
I
Yes.
ended up connecting that because I was sick more between 2022 and 2023, more than I ever have in all the years that
Yes.
I feel like I've even just been alive, and I'm like, how? Like it would be crazy. Like all of my friends, we would go somewhere. Actually, this was one of the instances right before I had to shoot that live performance videos. We all went somewhere. I was the only one who came back with COVID,
Oh my, it's that immune system is
and,
serious.
and and I was like, my immune system is jacked. Like
Yep.
it was
It
so
was
jacked
shot.
because your
Mm-hmm.
immune system starts with your gut.
Mm-hmm.
And so feeling like I was failing took a huge toll. Failing and it was out of my control. There's nothing I could do. All I could do was wait for the time to pass for healing to take place. Which is
Mm-hmm.
a whole nother word all within itself. There was no way I could rush that process. And I'm like, but there are deadlines and I need to perform this. Da,
Yep.
da, da, da. And just recently I watched that video and ridded myself of the feeling, the memory of the experience. Because
Mm-hmm.
all I could associate with the video was, I just remember the struggle. I just remember the struggle. But
Yeah.
finally I looked at it and I'm like, but you conquered it and you did it in
You
spite of.
did. Bless.
So
And
I
you had to
just,
go through it. You
yes,
had to go through it because this is the thing. When you go through traumatic things like that, it is God. I look at it like God is telling you, you got to pause. What the
yes,
way you're doing things is not going to sustain you
yeah,
through where you're supposed to go. So why
100%.
not deal with it now, even though it's right in the middle of everything? But before you really hit it, because then what would have happened if you were right. You know what I mean? If you were in the middle of everything, you were on tour, like, you know what I'm talking about, at the highest, you would be like,
I
oh
100% understand. That was the
my
and
gosh.
I'm glad you see that perspective because that was the same revelation that God gave me about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was also frustrated about other things and I wanted to meet certain milestones and progress after putting that project out and I was frustrated and God was like, and I'm like, I need to be on stage performing. He's like, but you also are healing from like this. Actually, I was actually really glad that didn't have any performances that year.
Mm-hmm.
I was really glad. And while I was frustrated on one end, thinking, what's wrong? Why it gave me the space to address something, heal it before things take off. And then I won't have the time. And when the stakes are higher, at the
Yeah.
time, the stakes were low enough for me to be
Pause.
able to pause, yes, and address
Mm-hmm.
it. And I will say the most rewarding part about dealing with that is now, um, when I find myself in situations where now people are coming to me with, "Hey, I'm dealing with this. How can I,
See?
and I have the information, I have
Yep.
the tools, I have the resources to offer them. And I'm like, you don't ever really go through things just for yourself. Like
No.
for your own development and your own character development. It's always for, others. So I am really, really hopeful. I mean, really, really grateful to be able to provide that help because of that experience.
Bless. We're
Hmm.
gonna do a quick rapid fire so we can go to the next segment.
Okay.
But tell me one of your favorite summer drinks. Now that you're modifying, it could be something clean, like it could be a
Mm.
liquor drink. Is it something nice and fresh that you like to do for the summer?
I love apple juice and coconut water. I mix them together.
Oh,
Yeah. It's
I've never
my
done that.
Yeah, it was my in between since I don't drink tea and since I couldn't really have carbonated drinks and apple juice is good for the stomach and coconut water is hydrating, I mix them together.
Ooh. And do you do guilty pleasure foods now, or are they out?
Oh no, I definitely do guilty pleasure food.
You
I
like I was
absolutely
talking about that pork.
yeah, yes, I definitely do. I'm a foodie. I love to eat and I love to, but more important, I love to cook.
Yeah, you
So,
make a bomb banana pudding. Wasn't it banana pudding that you were making?
you're a little dairy-free banana pudding. I was so persistent in trying to figure out a way so I can still enjoy that, but make it clean and
Yes.
figure that out. But yeah, I would say my guilty pleasure food, yeah, would be the banana. Well, no, because I made it guilt free. It would probably be, chili oil like that.
Oh,
It would probably be that. I know it's not necessarily the food, but it's the thing that
that's all right.
I'll be wanting to put on
Yeah,
everything.
you
So
want to
from
put on it's a
time to
sauce.
time, I let myself have it.
Awesome. And are there any last things of advice you would like to give to anyone that may be struggling with GERD or vocal issues and they use their voice as an instrument?
Yes. My advice would be, well, like you said, your voice is an instrument. Do not take it for granted. Take care of yourself. Self care is everything. It is okay to be selfish. It is okay to shut up if you need to. Trust me, it's okay to shut up. It's okay to take a pause. Discipline is your friend when it comes to, especially when it comes to attacking an issue. It will not solve itself if you don't have the self control to and the restraint to actually attack it with with the discipline of just following whatever you need to follow, whatever the dietary restrictions are for taking care of your voice. Just do it because it's less stressful. Of course, I didn't enjoy taking things out of my diet, but that was far less stressful than the idea of me not having my voice anymore.
Yes, absolutely.
So take care of yourself and do what's necessary. Do your own research and advocate for yourself. Don't let any doctor or anybody tell you that you're overreacting or it's not that big of a deal. Do what you have to do. Research your best specialists. Whatever is needed, use it.
Yep, drive wherever you gotta go. I
Yeah,
talk
because
about that
you
all the
yeah,
time.
go as far as you need to go to travel to get the kind of help you need. Because you only get one body.
Honey.
You're not
Yes.
I ain't getting a new larynx. I don't know if they're
That's
doing
right.
that yet.
No, look, not yet. They doing
Not
everything else
yet.
we don't need.
I don't know if they got the larynx transplants, and
They
even if
ain't
they
got
do, I
that.
don't know if you want it. I don't know what that sound like if it backfire.
Right. Oh Lord. Well, we're gonna continue to talk about food, and there's another way to do that. This segment is called There's Another Way to Do That, where I teach you how to modify recipes based on my restrictions. But for season 2, I am modifying recipes inspired by my guest. So, Mikhala Jene, please tell me about one of your favorite dishes.
So I love Asian food, and I've been blessed to have a very beautiful Asian friend in my life who makes like the best dumplings and the best spring
Ooh.
rolls and bonseo. Like, but I love it when she makes the shrimp spring rolls, and she makes like a peanut sauce
Oh.
that you dip it in, and
I'm like, I gotta get that recipe on how she does the peanut
oh
sauce
girl,
because
you
I
send it
haven't figured
over.
out how to do it.
It's so good, and it's not even something I would have. If you had told me about it, like even when I was younger, I'm like, oh, peanuts and sauce. It's so good and it's spicy and it definitely is my cheat day. But sometimes I do it without the sauce. I have to do it without the sauce. But I love the chewiness of the rice paper of the
Mm-hmm.
spring roll
It's like
and the
melting
fresh
your mouth.
ingredients, and the mint, the cilantro, it's just really good. The
Oh,
cucumber is excellent for cooling the stomach. I eat a lot of
oh.
cucumbers with my meal. Just
Is
that.
it what do you think people get wrong when they make it? Or like when you go to restaurants,
Um,
you know how sometimes you might go to a restaurant, you like this one don't taste as good as hers.
yeah, you know what? I would say the lack of flavor. I just recently, it wasn't with spring rolls, but it was with dumplings recently, and I was like, my friend make this better. It didn't have it didn't have the love in it. I don't know. I don't know. Like, so, sometimes restaurants, especially like ethnic restaurants, sometimes I feel like they modify the ingredients for what their average customer is, but I'm getting the authentic experience. So I'm just,
Yeah, you've been spoiled. She
yeah, I've
she
been
she over
spoiled.
there hooking it up.
Yes.
So the lack of flavor, just the
Yeah.
lack of like really understanding how to mix those ingredients and
Yes.
and making that flavor
The
combination work.
umami, when it lacks the umami.
Ooh, I
Yeah.
love that.
They make you
Ooh,
say umami.
umami. I like that. And do you have so your favorite topping, do you have any favorite sides or anything you like with it or anything else besides the peanut sauce?
What sides do we normally have with it? I think it's pretty much that, yeah. And because it has like all the veggies in it, it's got the bean sprouts in it,
Mhm.
cucumber, cilantro, mint. Um, and we just literally just get full off of that, dipping it in the sauce, dipping in the sauce. And it feels, and you know what it is too? It's also light. You don't ever feel like, which is also a huge thing to do when you have acid reflux. It's so important to not overeat. Have to eat light, and that's what I do enjoy about it, that it's light. I like to, I mean, this is gonna sound very unladylike, but I like to eat foods that go in quickly and come out
Come
quickly
out.
so that my stomach is not sitting and thinking about it and meditating and ruminating, because that's
Right.
also what causes contributes
Yeah,
to
it's just
the
sitting the stuff
acid.
that's
Yeah.
gonna process slowly.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna break down slow. And how do you think I'll do when I make this variation that I'll make?
I believe in you, girl. I think you'll do excellent. As long as you send
Hey.
me some.
I will. I will. I gotta get it because you getting it real authentic over there. I might have to. I might
I
have to
kinda
like.
set the bar kinda high. I
You
did.
set the bar kind of
But,
high.
Google is your friend.
I'm coming. I'm like literally gonna be like, yeah.
But
So
we can
tell
also
her.
we gonna email you the recipe, and
Yeah, she gonna
all
have to
you gotta
email that to
do
me so I
is
can like go,
yes,
okay, I can't eat this, but I can do that, and then we're gonna do a modified so I can get as close to authentic as I can.
yes, 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 yes. You'll do it. You'll kill it.
Well, we'll be back with Chandelia's Inside Scoop after this month's There's Another Way to Do That cooking segment. Be sure to check out how I modified Mikhala Jené's favorite dish on my YouTube channel. The link is in the description. Up next, Chandelia's Inside Scoop. This is Chandelia's Inside Scoop, where my life is a trivia question. You've heard of food trivia. Well, this gets personal. Let me see if you can guess what's true. The game is simple. I'll ask you 3 questions in regards to my own personal health and wellness and things I like, and you'll let me know how well you know me based on how you answer. So let's get into that. Are you ready? Are you really? Are you really?
I'm really.
I'm really. Okay. Okay. Question number 1. What is my favorite summertime food? A, barbecue. B, strawberries. C, avocados. D, all the above.
I'm going to say D, all of the above.
You are correct. It's all of those. How did you know? You're like, this sounds like everything she would eat.
Basically, I was like, she black. She like barbecue in the summertime. Strawberries always taste nice. If you live in LA, you eat an avocado all the time.
Everybody eat avocado?
That was so popular.
That is so true. All the reasons, too. All the reasons. Okay, awesome. We got a hot start. Question number 2. True or false? Could I accompany you to Gracias Madre in West Hollywood for food and drinks? Yes or no? Do you know Gracias Madre?
Yes, I do.
Okay, I just want to double check. I figured you would. That's why.
The answer is yes.
You think I could?
I think you could.
And the answer is yes. Yes, I could. I would just have to modify some stuff when I go, but I definitely can go. I like it. So just so people know, Gracias Madre is one of those places where, it's Mexican food inspired. So I definitely can't do any of the spicy stuff. I have to keep it very simple, very like maybe ceviche or something like that in those ways, and something along those lines.
Yeah.
All right, we in there hot. Question number 3. Ooh, for the win. Okay. I have a tough time digesting red meat, especially beef. What's the primary reason heavy red meat can be hard to digestive systems? A, high sugar content. B, high fat content and longer digestion time. C, too many vitamins. And D, too many additives.
B.
Hey, you are correct. That's exactly why. We got a winner. We got a winner. Hey.
Come on down.
Congratulations. All right, Mikhala Jene was ready to take a bite out of my story. Check us out next time for Shondalia's Inside Scoop. Let's wrap this thing up. I hope this episode taught you so much about just GERD, acid reflux, and how it can affect your throat and body in regards to you using it as an instrument and honestly just as a whole. You might be someone that just loves spicy stuff and you are really messing up your gut and not realizing what it's doing to you overall. And of course, our beautiful Mikhala Jene. You've learned so much about her and I'm so glad she gave you so many tips. You better go back and make sure you write some of that stuff down. Take it from me. Take care of your body so it can take care of you, or you're going to be dealing with a lot of shit. Mikhala, please let everyone know where they can find you. Thanks again for joining me. What you got going on?
Thank you so much for having me. You can find me on all my socials at Mikhala Jene, MikhaLajene. That's Instagram, TikTok. I suck at Twitter, but you can find me there too. YouTube, and on all streaming platforms. My latest project, The Missing Piece, is available on Apple Music, Spotify, or anywhere you listen to music.
Beautiful. Oh, again, thank you so much for joining me. It was a pleasure just to see you. And I'm ready to see you in person so I can hug you.
Hey, likewise. That was a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much for having me, Shondalia, and giving me the opportunity
of course
to share, not only my own journey with GERD, but being able to help someone else be able
Absolutely.
to yes.
I'm
Makes
blessed.
it all worth it.
I honestly believe in that.
Mm-hmm.
Like you go through things like you were saying earlier. I literally live by that. When you go through things, it's so that you can help someone else when they're going through it.
Exactly.
So fulfilling.
Absolutely.
Yes. This has been I Can't Eat Shit podcast. Thank you so much for watching and listening. I truly appreciate all of you. If you like what you saw and or heard today, go ahead and like, share, subscribe. I Can't Eat Shit podcast on YouTube or wherever you stream your podcast. If you watch me, there's bonus material. There's another way to do that. My full cooking segment where I teach you how to modify recipes based on my restrictions. They're oh so good, so make sure you check them out. You can also check me out on Instagram at I Can't Eat Shit podcast or at Shondalia White. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time. I Can't Eat Shit! I Can't Eat Shit podcast is not a replacement for a medical professional. If you need help, seek out a trained medical professional, nutritionist, or therapist to help you with your specific needs.